The Prince's Trust has been renamed the King's Trust, Buckingham Palace revealed today, meaning William and Harry are unlikely to take over Charles's charity for now. As the Prince of Wales, Charles set up the youth charity The Prince's Trust, the Prince's Foundation, which promotes the built environment, heritage, culture and education projects, and the grant-giving Prince of Wales's Charitable Fund, PWCF. But 14 months after he became monarch and a week ahead of his 75th birthday, Royal officials announced that the organization's names have been updated to become the King's Trust, the King's Foundation and King Charles III Charitable Fund. The palace said the King's long-standing charities had been rebranded in recognition of his accession to the throne. The trust helps young people aged 11 to 30 get into jobs, education and training, and its beneficiaries have included The Wire and Luther actor Idris Elba, who used a £1,500 grant from it to help start his career. Charles once spoke of his hope his two sons William and Harry, now the Prince of Wales and the Duke of Sussex, would take over the Prince's Trust, which he set up with his £7,400 Navy severance pay in 1976. But William is paving his own way as the new heir to the throne, focusing on homelessness and mental health. On Wednesday, William said he wanted to go a step further than his family and bring real change to the causes he supports. Speaking to journalists on the last day of his visit to Singapore for the Earthshot Prize Awards, William praised the royal family's work spotlighting causes, but said he wanted to do more than just be a patron. Harry, amid continued fractures in family relations after his Netflix documentary and autobiography Spare, is living thousands of miles away in California with his wife Meghan Markle having quit as a working royal in 2020. The rebranding was partly done to draw a distinction between Charles and William, reported the Daily Telegraph. A palace source told the newspaper, "There is sometimes confusion about whose organizations they are. Prince William has his own foundation and so the name change makes it clear that these are organizations affiliated with the King." It also comes after Prince's Trust chairman John Booth responded to an article in The Times shortly after Queen Elizabeth II's death in September last year, which had claimed that the name would be changing. Mr. Booth wrote in a letter to the newspaper, "In your article, Charities Renamed as Their Prince Becomes a King, September 10th, it was said that the name of the charity would be changing, but there are no plans for this to happen. The Prince's Trust has built a reputation as a charity that is there for young people facing disadvantage and adversity, helping them build confidence and skills." He added, "It is our full intention to continue this vital work under the name of the Prince's Trust and we are proud and delighted that the King is our founder and remains our president." The Trust's chief executive Martina Milburn also told Reuters in September last year that it would retain its original name, and as recently as July this year, the Trust insisted the name would not be changed. However, sources told The Telegraph that this position had changed following several months of discreet consultation. It is understood that the King was consulted on the matter, but the decision was ultimately finalized by directors and trustees of the various organizations involved. One told the newspaper how there had been months of polling in consultation as well as due diligence around risk and opportunity. The switch in name to the King's Trust means the monarch will be keeping this charity and the two other organizations firmly under his wing, despite the demands of his role as king. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams told Mail Online, "King Charles is known nationally and internationally for his splendid work on behalf of his trust and for his environmental campaigning. There is a great deal more and the palace have announced a rebrand of his charitable fund and his foundation to reflect his accession to the throne. Also, as he is no longer Prince of Wales, this had the potential to cause confusion between him and Prince William." Strangely enough, there was until recently no intention to rebrand them after he became king. The king has spoken in the past about his hopes that his sons would take over his trust. Obviously, Harry will not. Years ago, William, when Duke of Cambridge, was asked from whom he would take inspiration, he replied it was the Queen.